Good evening, I'm Ms. Kudak and I am your child's college stats teacher. So this video is just going to give you a brief overview of what the class is all about and what I expect of the students and what you can expect of me. So during the quarter, everyone is going to get a class participation grade. Overall, the class participation grade is going to be worth 10% of their overall grade, and they're going to get a grade whether they're in person or virtual. Each day, class participation is going to be worth 6 points. So for in person, they'll keep those 6 points as long as they come to class with all the materials that they need. They'll need to bring their note packet, calculator, protractor, pen, pencil, things of that nature. We can't share materials this year at all, so I can't lend them anything, and they can't share from student to student, so that's why that becomes very important for them to bring their own items. For virtual, as long as they stay signed in for the full 40 minutes, they're going to keep all 6 points. I have an app that can tell me exactly what time they sign in, what time they sign out. So if they sign out early or they sign in late, or if they only stay for like 10-15 minutes, then that's how they would lose points off of the 6 points if they were virtual. So at the end of every week, they will get a class participation grade, and that will be posted in PowerSchool on a weekly basis. I see them every other week. And the first week that I see them didn't count for class participation, since the first week was all about handing out materials. So there'll be 4 class participation grades overall for the quarter. So what we're doing this year, because I think it's super hard to understand people when they're speaking with a mask on, especially for 40 minutes through a video. So through the video, the live stream, that is. So what I did was I created YouTube videos of all of the lessons, kind of like you're experiencing this video now. It's exactly what the kids are seeing when they're doing their homework. They can see my iPad screen. I write on it. I explain how to do things. And they have note packets, and they're going to fill in that note packet while they're watching the videos. They'll get credit for watching that video if the Google form is completed. So at the end of the video, there's a short Google form. As long as they complete that Google form before 7 a.m. on the day it's due, that's how they get the credit for the homework. At the end of the chapter, I'm going to add all of their exit tickets together, and that will count as a quiz grade. So after they watch that video, when they come into class the next day, again, whether that's virtually or in person, what would normally be a homework assignment from the textbook is now going to be completed during the live stream. So during every day, they'll have a assignment from the textbook. Again, they've been handed the textbooks as they've been coming in throughout the week, and that's what they're going to be working on. So I can provide help either if they're at home or, again, sitting in front of me based on whatever they need. If they're in person, I'm going to check off the fact that they did the classwork, and if they're virtual, they're going to have to upload their work onto Google Classroom. So classwork is going to count as 25% of their overall grade for the quarter. And what I'll do is I'm going to actually collect 2 assignments from each student throughout the quarter to actually grade on a scale of 0 to 100. And so they'll have 2 classwork grades there. And then I anticipate having another 7 assignments after the after those other 2 that I'm handing in. So altogether, there'll be 9 assignments. 2 will be graded, and then the other 7 will be graded as either done or not done. So let's say they do 6 out of 7 assignments. That would mean that they're going to get another 86 averaged into their classwork grade for the quarter. Fridays, office hours are going to be from 9 to 11 a.m. I am hoping not to do a Google Meet on Friday. Right now, there is no Google Meet. They don't have to sign into class during their regularly scheduled time. But if we have to do a Google Meet, we absolutely will. Again, we're just going to kind of go with the flow and make adjustments where necessary. I think by Friday, everyone's going to be Google Meeted out from doing 9 meets a day. So, but again, if we have to, we will. And if they have any questions outside of the office hours, I'm absolutely going to answer it. So they're not obligated to just ask me during that 9 to 11 a.m. time frame. So tests and quizzes, if they're in person, they're going to get a hard copy of the test, and they're just going to hand it in to me at the end of the period. If they're virtual, it is going to be through Google Classroom, through a Google form. And I can't stop the kids at home from using their notes. So if they're in class, and as long as they bring whatever materials they want to use during the test, For the time being, they're going to be able to basically have open notebook tests for the time being. Hey, that would change only if and when we go back to being in school full time. So, but until then, like I said, I can't stop them from cheating at home. So I'm not going to stop them from doing it inside the classroom either. So tests are going to be worth 40% of their overall grade for the quarter, and quizzes are going to be worth 25% of their grade. Okay, this is a college level class, and the students can receive credit through Farmingdale College. The website that is shown there with the farmingdale.edu/university in the high school, that is how you can look at the Farmingdale College website to get more information about how they receive credit and so on and so forth. In order to receive the credit, they must maintain a 70 average overall throughout the entire year. When there's an application that you had to fill out, it was $75 this year. I don't anticipate that price changing. If it does, obviously I'll let you know. But as soon as all that information comes out, it'll be available whether the kids are in class or on Google Classroom. One way or the other, they'll have that information in order to submit that application that they need. Supplies for this class, they need a graphing calculator, the TI-84 graphing calculator, as they've been coming in. Most of them have one already. If they haven't, I've been assigning one as a textbook. It is worth $66, so if they lose it, they're going to have a $66 obligation for that calculator. They need a protractor, which again, I've been handing them as they've been walking in. And they also need their textbook. I've been handing that out to them as well. But just one thing about the textbook is worth $140. It is a college level textbook. That's why it's so expensive. So if they lose it, they're going to owe $140 in the end of the year. So again, keep track of that textbook. Okay, and again, can't share those supplies. So super important that they bring everything that they need to class. Again, they do not need to bring the textbook to class though. They can keep that at home, and I'll have something for them to do inside class. So if you should ever need to get in touch with me, my email is tkudak@centralislip.k12.ny.us. Email works fine. It's not real time. I can get back to you kind of whenever we can both do it. So before dinner, after dinner, in the morning. If you want to sign up for Remind, again, just please make sure that you sign up for the correct period, or else you're going to be getting texts from me on days where your students don't owe me anything. So just make sure that you sign up for the correct one. There's a different one for period 3A and 8B. If you sign up for Remind, you are going to get alerts from me when things are due. So you will be getting the same alerts that the kids are getting, but then should you need to contact me, you could always contact me through there. You can text through that app. And you can also call me at 631-348-5000 extension 2536. But just realize that phone number rings in no man's land. I will never hear it ring. It's going to go directly to voicemail, and then I'll have to call you back at another time. And that is what everything about college, what College Stats is all about. Again, please feel free to reach out with any questions that you might have in one of the three ways, and please continue to stay safe.